According to Jonathan Metzl, a professor of psychiatry and sociology at Vanderbilt University, and Kenneth McLeish, an assistant professor of society and human sciences at Vanderbilt University, in their article that they wrote for the American Journal of Public Health, written in 2018, they state that in the US, 60% of all perpetrators that committed mass shootings since the 1970s have shown previous symptoms of acute paranoia, delusions, and depression before committing their crimes. Many of us in this room had forgotten the time when seeing headlines of mass shootings was surprising to see on the news, because unfortunately, our generation has grown up with them. The deterioration of mental health over time has led to the significant increase of mass shootings. First, I'm going to explain to you the problem of a significant increase of mass shootings, and second, I'm going to explain to you how the increase of mental health education and awareness is the solution. First, let me explain to you the problem of a significant increase of mass shootings. The number of mass shootings has increased exponentially over the past 20 years. According to Elizabeth Hawkins, the senior editor of social services at the Springer Nature, in her article written in 2018, she states, the trend of mass shootings began in the 20th century. A total of 55 people were killed, along with another 160 others being injured. A total of 25 individuals committed these mass shootings in the 20th century. Of these 25, only 9 individuals had shown previous symptoms of mental health issues before committing their crimes. According to Hawkins, as was cited previously, there's been a significant increase of the number of mass shootings during the 21st century. A total of 66 people have been killed, along with 81 others being injured. 11 of the 13 of the individuals that committed these mass shootings had shown previous symptoms of mental health issues before committing their crimes. The numbers speak for themselves, with more people being killed in the past 19 years than compared to the entire previous century. It can also be noted that there's a higher ratio of perpetrators that have committed these mass shootings that had shown previous mental health issues before committing their crimes. Now that I've explained to you the problem of a significant increase of mass shootings, let me explain to you how the increase of mental health education and awareness is the solution. The increase of mental health education and awareness will effectively decrease the number of mass shootings. Many shootings could have been prevented with the education of effective ways to cope with mental health issues. According to Allison Paulini, a doctor of counseling curriculum education, in her article written in 2018, she states that in the 21st century, only 1/3 of all attackers had ever received a mental health analysis, and only 1/5 of all attackers had ever received a diagnosis of a mental health disorder. Although 78% of all attackers that committed mass shootings in the 21st century had either attempted suicide or had suicidal ideations before committing their crimes. According to James Knoll IV and George Annas, both professors of psychiatry at the SUNY Upstate Medical University in Syracuse, New York, in their article written in 2016, they state that in the 21st century, 98% of all individuals that committed mass shootings had experienced moments of deep loss and lacked the appropriate coping skills to deal with this deep loss prior to committing their attacks. There are many available treatment options for individuals suffering from mental health illnesses. According to Paulini, as was cited previously, grief and loss groups are being formed around the country to help educate afflicted individuals on dealing with ways to help cope with their emotions. It can also be noted that schools across the country are forming coping groups to help afflicted individuals deal with their mental health issues. According to Glenn Guer, a professor of psychiatry at the State University of New York, in his article written in 2018, he states that citizens should contact their local elected officials to help raise the awareness of the rising problem of mental health issues. First, I have explained to you the problem of a significant increase of mass shootings, and second, I have explained to you how the increase of mental health education and awareness is the solution. The deterioration of mental health over time has led to the significant increase of mass shootings. That 60% of perpetrators that have committed these mass shootings suffering from mental illnesses, will only increase if we do nothing about it. So next time you see a headline of another mass shooting in the news, just think about what factors you as an individual can influence to help stop these atrocities from happening in our society.